Yo, top story tonight. The entire new Seraphon book. The GMC dude must be a big flats enjoyer. I know nothing. I haven't even looked at the screen that you are now looking at. I'm looking over here. This is where chat is. When I'm looking here, looking at chat. When I'm looking here, looking at the screen. I haven't even seen any of this. Truly, a React Andy stream. I don't know anything. First time chatter, the almighty bullet. Saurus only. No cringe skinks or wizards in my list. Well, I don't, you know what? I just don't know what you're talking about, but I soon will, because I'm about to go over all this stuff. Apparently people are spamming storm chads in response, so maybe you're onto something there. Redeemed a highlighted message. Frank on the rocks. I'm going to spoil something real quick. Where's my spoiler? All right, I'm ready with the spoiler thing. Don't worry. You're going to spoil something real quick. There's an ability in this book that gives dinosaurs -1 to damage. Petrifex Elite gives -1 to damage. Petrifex Elite is made of dinosaur bones. Coincidence? I think not. All right, well, you know, it's gonna. I appreciate it. Now we know. Hold up. I gotta reset this. Stream Deck died. Don't worry about it. I'm fixing it. Stream Deck app. And we're back. We're back, baby. Okay. Nobody saw that. Don't worry. It was not seen. You know you don't really care about 40k. I don't. But I think you should watch the latest news article. Has some interesting changes that could affect AOS, or maybe something you prefer to happen to AOS. The magic change they did sucks. Well, the last magic change they did for AOS sucked as well. They added a chance to like auto fail a spell and it hurts you. I don't know why they did that. So that was a bad change. That was the last change to magic that I recall, and that was a bad one. So maybe they're on a roll. I don't know. Can Heywoah speedrun this before Vincey V time? Let's find out. I cannot. I'll give you a spoiler of my own. I cannot. There will be no speedrunning. Not for the Twitch show. I painstakingly write a script and then edit out every single pause and breath and just everything for all of my YouTube videos for like 100 hours to make sure it's as compact as humanly possible. That's like the speed run. The Twitch speed runs, I'm talking the chat. I haven't even started. We've been talking for 10 minutes. I haven't even looked at the first rule yet. VOD crew rise up, I guess. We're going to be here for 5 hours. Seraphon have a lot of models. They have a lot of warscrolls, all right. They got a lot of warscrolls. Isn't that more like AOS though? Although you personally like to change more because no more special magic phase just seems like a good idea. They borrow from each other. It's leapfrog, right? AOS does something, 40k copies it, 40k does something, AOS copies it. They're just borrowing from each other for the most part. You're making an ogre stone tusk mostly only anyways army in my honor. In Total War, okay. I played Total War 3. I made a 16 Stonehorn stack army that just went across the whole world, winning every fight. It was kind of fun. The problem was it was annoying to like control, and sometimes people got stuck in walls because they got charged and they flew, and they got like stuck in walls, and I had to like reset a few times. I just stopped playing. Have you heard from Miniac? Yeah. He's in the Discord server. He talks every once in a while. No spoilers. You totally enjoy that they've returned to Skinks and Croxagore, celebrating jolly cooperation. Okay. Some would say that's a spoiler, but I wouldn't say that, so we're good. We're good. Shall we bust out the new live document? It's only 3,000 words. What a young child this this document is. It's not the 200,000 or whatever for the other one. This was Soulblight Gravelords. Soulblight Gravelord players hated it and were disappointed. I thought it was good. I was really excited by a lot of it. But I don't play the army, so don't listen to me. That was just my initial reaction, though. I liked it. It had a lot of stuff where you were hoping they would do something and they just didn't. But overall, it seems good. Same with OBR. OBR seems pretty good. You know? Played against OBR. They play pretty good. I like them. I like them. Let's talk about Seraphon, shall we? Pre-notes. As is tradition, what am I hoping for from this book? What am I looking to see? Stuff like that. I don't have a lot of... I don't have a lot of must-fix, please-do opinions leading into this book, as a matter of fact. I had a lot of it going into Khorne, I had a lot of it going into OBR, I had a lot of it going into Soulblight, I had a lot of it going into Ogres, right? But for Seraphon, I don't know. They're probably going to be amazing. They're always amazing. Their rules are always amazing. I don't know. Please no -1 damage debuffs. Please no double shooting, I guess. What even? They didn't still have that awful, if you don't cast spells you can summon thing, did they? Or was that the older book? All of my memory is fogging together now. They did have it in the last book? Choosing between casting or summoning is dumb. I don't like that. No, sir, I don't like it. Aside from that, standard, everything be good. Internal balance. Blah, blah. You know, that whole thing. I'm going to leave an extra space there to come back if I remember anything, but really I don't know. I don't feel too strongly one way or another about this book. Just, can it not have some of the annoying stuff? I guess. It's going to be good. Lord Kroak, be fun, please. Oh yeah, actually, constant screaming. Good point. There. That's part of my standard, though. It's my standard stuff. Everything be good, internal balance good, etc. All soup must be slain. Allying Seraphon into other people's armies should be terrible, and no one should ever want to do it. Because fuck soup. So, I guess that's about it. And maybe I'll remember something as I'm scrolling through. Let's hit it. battle traits. Also, this is called Lizards. Good one. Coalesced constellations. You can pick one of the following subfactions for your army. All coalesced units gain the keyword. Quados Claw, Thunder, Lizard. Oh, okay. Yeah, we're still Coalesced and Starborn. Yeah. Jesus Christ, it's Starborn. All right, well, we're just jumping right into it then, huh? Coalesced. Our new Seraphon newbie friendly. Probably the game is pretty newbie friendly. TY Mountain Dew 12. Yeah. I would say probably. I don't think there's an army that's like terrifically complicated to play after you have played about 5 games. Just play 5 games and you're good. It's not like the most complicated stuff, really. Once you're familiar with the mechanics, you've played about 5 games, so you start memorizing your stuff, you're mostly fine. The most complicated part about the game is like battle tactics and stuff. And advanced play, you know, with priority and things like that, so. Totally not because we can't spell Coalesced. Good meme. If this army manages to also be fun to play, it could be a thing that pulls you to AOS from 40k, fingers crossed. Juno's Jungle Gym. You like the dinos, do ya? And run the dishwasher. Nice reference. Just arrived, what'd you miss? Actual nothing. Just about to look at Coalesced. So we can have Quados Claw or Thunder Lizards. Add one to bite rolls. Yo, bite rolls? What's a bite roll? For Coalesced Saurus and Coalesced Kroak with the mighty Saurus Jaws, or Vice-like Jaws. This is a meme in our Discord, because the Vice-like Jaws, you read the little lore snippet, it talks about like how it could crush a Ford F-150 in its jaws, and the PSI is over 9,000, all the rest. And then you would like look at their warscrolls and it like hits on a 5 or something like that. And so we had ourselves a good meme about that. So +1 to bite rolls, huh? What are those? I guess we'll learn later. Yeah, hydraulic press jaws. With that dude who has a funny way of talking, and he makes little Play-Doh guys. I watched a bit of his channel, I'm not gonna lie. Scaly Skin, subtract 1 from the damage inflicted by each successful attack. Targets a friendly coalesced unit that has the Saurus, Kroak, or monster keyboard. Well, alright. Please no -1 damage debuffs. Check failed. We'll get them next time. Alright, well, I'm sad to see that. Fuck that. Automatically defeat my army, fine. You know, I was probably gonna lose to Seraphon anyway. Alright. Beasts of the dark jungles. When you carry out a monstrous rampage with Coalesced Monster, you carry out one of the monstrous rampages below. You get fun ones. Okay, so we got monstrous rampages. What do we got? Big Jaws. What's bad about -1 damage? I play ogres, and so that rule printed on their page almost loses me the game before we even play, because it's so strong against my particular army. So I don't like it. I don't like it because it auto beats me. Only a Carnosaur can carry out this monster rampage. Pick one enemy within 3. If the roll is greater than the wound's characteristic, it is slain. Okay. Swallow hole effects are good because you pick a model, right? So you can pick their unit champion, this is good because it's happening in the charge phase. It's not happening in the combat phase, right? So because this is happening in the charge phase, this is awesome. It means you can possibly kill a unit champion, and then when it rolls over to the combat phase, they might not be able to issue all-out defense or whatever, what have you, right? It's kind of like a different type of roar. And if you're playing with Carnosaurs, perhaps you have 2. And so one of them roars, one of them does this. It's actually kind of good. Good because charge phase. To eat unit champ. Which is almost like roar. But not as good. And situational. It's okay. You can just pick one model from a unit, yeah. So pick one enemy model within 3 of this unit. So if their unit champ is within 3 of your guy, you get to pick that. Your opponent usually chooses casualties and stuff, but here's a situation where you are picking. Pretty good for those banner bearers that improve saves or whatever. Yeah, or a special weapons guy or whatever. There's some good options there. What happened to Starborn? It's after this. You know, Coalesced and then Starborn. The 2 choices. Next one is Stegadon. Stegadon charge. You can only do it if you made a charge. Only if it charged. So, already not, you know, okay. On a 4-up strike last. Meh, okay. And it's only 1 inch. Meh. Like, strike last is really, really strong when it's not your turn. But this is only on your turn. So, still good in multi-combats, right? If you have a bunch of guys fighting. But only on your turn. Only on a 4-up. 1 inch after the charge. Meh. I'll give it an MEH. Ahem. Odious Roar. Trogolodon. It has the word roar in it. That's alright. On a 2-up until the end of the following combat phase, the range of this unit's stench of death is 12 instead of 9. Okay. 2-up. Increase stinkiness by 33%. Do not trust the math there. I am a Bachelor of Fine Arts. The big stink. Bludgeoning Sweep. Only Bastiladon. Alright. I'm spelling that one wrong. Bastiladon Sweeper. Pick one enemy within 3 that is not a monster and roll a die. Already bad. Less than the number of models in the enemy unit. That enemy unit suffers a number of mortal wounds equal to the roll. Why did you have to say not a monster? Like, a monster is a unit of 1. You can't roll below that. Shouldn't you just let it... I don't know. you could save some space by not typing that, because it can't affect a monster anyway, right? Because if you roll a 1, that's still not less than 1. So, yeah, kind of superfluous, I think. Maybe if it's a unit of monsters, perhaps, but then, like, what's the problem with just doing a little damage? Some monsters have more than 1 models. Yeah, but so? Let's say it's a unit of 3 monsters and you roll a 1. Well, now you did that unit 1 mortal wound. Was that worth writing not a monster? Is that worth it? Oh no, they can't take 1 or 2 damage. I feel like a little brevity is in order here. D6, if roll under unit size, takes that many mortal wounds. It's alright versus high armor elite units, I guess. Sort of a better stomp sometimes. Yeah, it's like a better stomp sometimes. Maybe future-proofing for stuff coming down the line. If there's one thing Games Workshop never does, it's future-proof their rules. But, I mean, it's not entirely true, but it sometimes feels like it. I think they, I don't know, maybe they weren't considering that. And then we get the Coalesced enhancements, which I'm chilling on. I'm going to go back and forth on these. Now we look at the Starborn battle traits. The Starborn supremacy. And they have Dragothian's tail, Fangs of So Tech. Lords of Space and Time. I love the name. Love the name of this ability. Oh, these got downgraded to heroic actions? Alright. What are they? Contemplations of the Ancient Ones. Pick one friendly Starborn Slann. Replace one spell that they know from the lore of the Celestial Domination with another. Okay. So that's a permanent replacement. Interesting. Little in-game sideboarding. You love to see it. Doctor Who enjoyers. Wibbly wobbly. Spatial transit. So this is their teleport. They kept it. One Slann, then pick one other friendly Starborn wholly within 12 of that Slann. Okay, one Slann and one unit within 12 of that Slann. Holy. It's holy, right? Yeah. Teleport. Yeah, Charles Barkley, Shut Up and Slam for the Sega CD. Oh yeah. Big nerf, but deserved. Cosmic power. Oh, in the palm of my hand? You have a Starborn army. The following are considered to be cosmic nodes. Cosmic nodes keyword are Starborn Wizards, Astrolith Bearers, and your terrain feature. Unstoppable teleports are good? Yes. Agree. During the battle, you'll be able to receive cosmic power points. Oh, we're inventing a whole new... Alright. I mean, I guess they kind of had it before, in a sense. You get CCP. Start with 0. Start of your hero phase, you receive 1 cosmic power point for each friendly wizard or friendly astrolith bear on the battlefield. In addition, 1 each time a friendly wizard successfully casts a spell that is not unbound, unbinds, or dispels. Okay. So you start with 0 social credit. +1 per wizard and astrolith. +1 for each successful spell, dispel, unbind. Alright. Your hero phase, you can spend them. One per phase. A card carrying skink, yeah. You must spend 5. You can return D3 Slann models to each friendly Starborn unit. Or within 12 of any nodes. Nodes. Okay. Old Grey Pelt. Hey, thanks for the 5 tier 1s. I appreciate it. The Oilcast Gift Eternal. Just handed them out. Thanks a lot. For each unit wholly within 12 of a node. Roll separately for each unit. Well, yeah, you probably would. Some Norwegian dude. Thanks for the gifter as well. Appreciate it. Oh, and it landed on Goober? The Goob? Anyway, thanks a lot. Goobertown can't be watching ads on Twitch. Do not suffer an ad to be watched. Right? Protection of the old ones. You must spend 10 cosmic power. Oh, wait. I should probably say what these cost, right? 5. 10. I should say what these cost. Until the start of your next hero phase, friendly units affected by have a ward of 5 up instead of 6. Oh, yeah, sure. Everybody gets a stone skeleton in the whole fucking game. Sure. Just on the battlefield, right? No range to anything. Alright. Till your next hero phase. 5 upward. Army wide. Hey, alright. Just handing it out. Oh wait, actually it's friendly units affected by the revivifying energies. What's the revivifying energies? Is that just this ability? Revivifying energies is capitalized, so it makes me think that it is a like rule. I'll try to find that, and then we'll come back and say whether this thing is like OP or just really good. It's either OP or really good. Say revivifying 5 times fast. Level impossible. I bet I could do it, but I will not try. Oh, it's an Astrolith Bearer ability. Good old -1 damage, 5 up ward, 2 up save army. Gugh. The Death Star. Oh, did somebody redeem somebody redeemed a meme ad? Damn. And just when I said that nobody's getting advertised at, get owned.
Introducing the best news for ice cream lovers since ice cream began. New simple pleasures. It's everything you love about ice cream, but no point. New Simple Pleasures is unbelievably rich, incredibly creamy, and absolutely top. Oh yeah. Because New Simple Pleasures is made with all natural pure athlete, yeah. Instead of point. New delicious all natural simple pleasures. There's never been an ice cream like it.
There's never been an ice cream like it. All right, we're back. Damn, I want some ice cream. Join the stream during the cream. Exactly. Actually, I don't think I... Yeah, we got to turn that stinger off. All right. Stinger's turned off. Because it could be any ad next time, right? Cleanse the realm. All right. Juice cleanse the realm. For 15. Roll die for each enemy unit within 12 of any cosmic nodes. Hey, where's my music? There we go. On a 2-up, the unit suffers a number of mortal wounds equal to the roll. Oh, shit. Okay. 2-up takes mortal wounds equal to the roll. Alright, the juice cleanse is real. That sounds pretty good. Sounds pretty good to me, but it's 15 points. How many times a game are they going to be able to do that? I actually don't know. I'd have to think about it for a little bit, and then maybe play against it and see how many points they get on average. Can we get a pop? Yeah, we can't. The stream deck's broken. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but it's just broken. I push the button on it, and it shows me like a nuclear symbol with an exclamation point on it. Something's wrong. Something's wrong. And that's it. It's only those. Okay. Summoning Seraphon. Alright, and then we got a whole shitload of summoning here. At the end of your movement phase, you summon. Each unit summon costs a number of points. You can only summon the unit if you have enough points to do so. That's what it means to cost. Okay. It's weird because Games Workshop writes sentences like You can only summon the unit if you have enough points to do so, right? So that sentence right there, to me, it makes me feel like the rules writers for Games Workshop have PTSD. They're terrified of their interactions with the players. And they've been bludgeoned so much that they write absolutely asinine nonsense like this. But it's also like it's like when you're drowning. When you're drowning, you are dangerous. I don't know if anybody has ever tried to save someone who was drowning before. I have. In real life. And when someone's legitimately drowning and you're trying to save them, they're dangerous. Because they're like crazy, because they're dying, right? And so they're flailing all over. They're like pulling on you. It could be that you both end up drowning. Like, it's dangerous, right? But it's like not entirely their fault, but they're still being irrational, right? That's the rules writers here. They're writing sentences that have no business existing at all. But they've been backed into a corner so that they feel like they need to, right? But they don't need to. It's not because they haven't been saying what cost and spending means in a third different sentence, right? It's because of a whole bunch of other stuff that was legitimate points. Heywoah was on Baywatch. Well, you know, there was a young Heywoah. And he was more in shape, we'll put it that way. Heywoah's rules written as if it was meant to be read by 40k players. I don't know. I've heard stories, but I don't know. Anyway, you can summon a whole bunch of shit. I don't know if any of this is good. 10 skinks is probably good just to capture stuff, right? I don't know how good any of these things are. The point costs seem high. Alright. Bunch of summons. Probably the cheapest one is good for bodies. Share the node. All right. It's just wizards and spells, right? Who the fuck is getting 30 of these points? It's having wizards and astrolith bearers on the table, and then it's casting spells or unbinding or dispelling. So let's pretend you have 5 wizards. That's, in theory, if we're going to Warcom article it, that's 10 points a turn. Or a battle round, I guess. 30 is conceivably possible. I don't know, we'll have to see how many wizards there are. If it's like Lumineth, where every single unit is a wizard, is just rolling crap all the time, that could be a lot. We'll see. Cast 3 endless spells, dispel on opponent's turn, get all the points. Checkmate, yeah, checkmate atheists. So those are the abilities. These are the 2 we got. We got Coalesced, we have Coalesced and Starborn Supremacy. You get to sideboard with your spell lores, which is cool. And you get a free teleport that cannot be interacted with. I don't know if this is a strike and fade situation. We'll have to see if they have any charge bonuses or not. It could just be positioning, which is still really good, by the way. Maybe it's not like we teleport them outside of 9 and then they get +3 to charge, so that it's now you have to think about alphas or something. I don't know yet. Considering it's Seraphon, I'm sure they'll get better charge bonuses than I have. But we'll see. You get social credit scores that you can slowly build up. We'll see how quickly they can build up. But a battle round of 5-up ward that can protect you against a double turn is really good. Depending on where your nodes are. And juicing the realm is fun. Bunch of summons. And then +1 to bite rolls. I have no idea if bites are good. -1 damage is, well, it beats me, this ability here. You win. You've won. We haven't played yet, but you win. And some of your monstrous actions are alright. These are alright. None of them are as good as Roar, but you're probably supposed to be playing with multiple monsters, and so, you know, you got to do something after your Roar. You can't roar twice, right? Overall, really, really, really good battle traits. Quite strong indeed. Back to Coalesced. Enhancements. Alright. Traits. Wrath of Eons. Once per battle, the start of the combat phase. Already don't like it, but we'll see. You can say the general will rouse the wrath of the Seraphon. If you do, until the end of that phase, add 1 tax characteristic of melee weapons used by Saurus and Kroak while they are wholly within 12 of this unit. Okay. It's like a good buff, right? Holy 12. Oh wait, when does this happen? Beginning of start of the combat phase. So like +1 attacks is a good buff. Holy 12 at the start of the combat phase is a bit, it's like 20% unfortunate and 80% like good. Yeah, this is strong, but I don't know. I'll keep reading. Pick 2 artifacts of power and note them on your roster. This general has both of them. Dual wielding artifacts of power. Why does Seraphon get that? How come? What about the mercenary faction anyway? These 2 artifacts of power are in addition to the first artifact of power enhancement you take for your army, but they can only have 2. Oh, wait. So you get 3 triple arties? Okay. Custodian of Divine Technology. Alright. He's the super. Hope I can't spell. He's the superintendent. Thanos glove confirmed. Diamond hands Slann. Master of the material plane. 2 extra spells from the lore of ancient domains. Nope. Not even going to type it. Dominating Mind. Once per turn at the start of your hero phase, you can pick 1 friendly Coalesced monster and say that it will have its mind dominated by this general. Damn. On a 2-up, add 1 to wound rolls for attacks made with melee weapons by that unit until the start of the next hero phase. If the unit picked to have its mind dominated has a mount, command trait only affects attacks made by that unit's mount. Oh, okay. So if you have a mount, it only works on the mount, which is probably good because those are the good attacks, probably. NTR the Mounts Rider. Good meme. Good meme. I'm assuming direct control. Oh wait, it works on a 2-up. Pardon me. So usually works, but not always. Sorry, this is Slann only. And this is Saurus. That one's not great since some monsters get +1 to wound abilities natively. Oh, well, if they do, then it sucks. But it's like a cool role-playing one. It's good for LARPing. Bracing for extremely poor artifacts, making that one trait useless. Yeah, probably. But at least you're not alone. You're very not alone. A unit with a mount only, add 1 attacks characteristic of the weapons used by this general's mount. Oh, cool. Nice. That's better than all mine. Beast Claw artifact. +1 attacks, all mount weapons. Thick scaled hide. Add 1 to save rolls for attacks to target the general. Oh shit. We're back in first edition. Thick. +1 saves. Oh. That's pretty good. Vengeful Defender. At the start of your hero phase, if this general is wholly within your territory, you can pick this general and up to 2 others within 12, and each make a normal move. Oh, hero phase move immediately? Alright. Alpha mover. How come it's up to 2 other friendly Saurus and Kroxigor? Why isn't it D3? Why isn't it 4 up and then a D3? Damn, these are very interesting, right? +1 attacks all mounts is fun. +1 to saves is great. And Alpha Mover, with this one trait, you can like sidestep and suddenly you're maybe an Alpha Strike Arm. Well, not even maybe, you're definitely. So Coalesced is just an Alpha Strike army now because you have a trait for it. Sick, okay. That is very impactful. Man, all 3 of these are like choosable. Very rare.
Dylan! You son of a bitch.
Dylan. You son of a bitch. Honest Wargamer, thanks for the big raid. I appreciate it. I didn't know you were still streaming. Could it be that you too were going over the Seraphon book? This is my first look, taking some notes. I haven't seen anything about it. We're just React-Andying over here. This book slaps. What up, Heywoah? I'm learning the slap. I'm reading it page by page. This will take forever. Anyway, please enjoy. React-Andy game. Yeah, roll in. Roll in, roll out. Arete facts. What do we got here? This book is good times. I'm learning that. Throne of the Lost Gods. Add 4 to the bear's move and add 1 to the bear's wounds characteristic. Damn, that's a pretty sick artifact. That's pretty good, man. That's pretty good. Some Norwegian dude gifted a tier 1 sub to the Honest Wargamer. Thanks a lot. Yeah. Don't look at any ads. You don't have to. Watching ads on Twitch? Don't embarrass me. Would you miss? Good meme. It's trash. It makes us... Oh, wait. It's Slann only? Hold up. Hold up. Slann only. That's not P good. Hmm. Crystalline Skull. The bearer starts with a power reserve of 0. Each time the bearer successfully casts a spell that is not unbound, increase it. Okay, so this is like giving you Starborn stuff if you really wanted it, but you want big dinos instead. Alright, on further inspection, not so much. If you do so, pick one enemy unit within 12 of the bearer and roll a number of dice equal to the power reserve. For each 3 up, suffers 1 more. Okay, alright. Too many words. Congrats. Or sorry. Whichever one applies. Some Norwegian do things are gifting a sub. The Danu Supervised. Nice. Thanks for the sub. Mortis Engine Frog. XT Grub is such an auto-include. They had to have the trait take 2 so you can have grubs and something else. I see. Alright, I'm learning. Incontinent Frog and the Crystalline Skull. Yeah, it's a great movie. Start of each hero phase, you can heal 1 wound allocated to the bear. In addition, in your hero phase, you can reroll 1 casting or 1 dispelling roll for the bear. And in the enemy, reroll 1 on... Okay. So this is like... one of the really good parts about Master of Magic Arcane Tome, except in 1 artifact. And by the way, you could just heal for some reason. Mr. Mixix Pick Click. We put the stars next to that one. They got 2 artifacts actually worth taking. I too am shocked, yeah. And so the dual wielding artifacts thing, the superintendent, I didn't think it would be possible either, but here we are. And then Coatl Familiar. Once per battle start of the hero phase, you can say that the bear will be blessed by Teapok. By Turok. If you do so, the bearer can attempt to cast 1 additional spell in that hero phase, and the spell can be any spell from the lore of ancient domains. Okay. Blessed by Tupac. I didn't even think of that guy. I think Turok is more funny. Blessed by Turok. Because Turok is about dinosaurs, right? Dinosaurs versus Native Americans, that classic pair. Once per game, cast +1 spell, and it's any from lore of probably the Slann lore. We're just guessing. And then Saurus. Enemy models of the wounds characters are 1 or 2 cannot contest objectives while they're within 6 of the bear. It's pretty good. Pretty good power. Walter Socek. Doesn't anyone give a shit about the rules? Yeah, apparently if you got 1 or 2 wound dudes trying to capture near Walter Sotek, he tells them the market's 0. I'm sorry, you're over the line. This isn't Nam, this is bowling. There are rules. Blood Rage Pendant. Add 1 tax character to the bear with melee weapons. If the number of wounds allocated to the bearer is equal to or greater than half of the... okay. Add 2 instead. And if only there were like a word for that. Like wounded or half strength or I don't know, something like that. Angori Necklace. +1 attacks. or +2 if under half-life. Bloodied, there you go. That's one. Does can be mean it has to be from that lore? Yes. Normally you would in rules really differentiate between must and can, or maybe must and may or something like that, and they kind of do that, but here they use the can word. However, because of English, it can be any from this lore. So it's actually a restriction, even though it's using the word that's normally not for restrictions. It's a little confusing, but yeah, it has to be from that lore, the way I read it. Maybe, okay, if they might not have meant it to be that way, but that's what the English means. So anyway, Blade of Realities. Pick one of the bear's melee weapons, improves the rend, add 1 to damage. If it's a hero, okay. Sword. Hey, this is how you do that stuff. You know those artifacts where it can only, like, it only works against a hero that is not a monster on a Tuesday if your opponent's name is Jim, if you're in enemy territory, like all that shit? You know how all of those are terrible? Well, what they did here is they gave it, first of all, something that, like, always works, that's good. And then they're like, okay, we can't help ourselves. We have to add some over-specific bullshit to it. But at least you always get the +1 rend, so that's, like, good. I don't know that this artifact is worth taking. I'd have to look at Saurus and see if they're, like, Giga Chad monster fighters or something like that. But the fact remains that this is a good idea for them. The reason all those artifacts are bad is because they don't always work, right? It's not like it works against everything. It only works against the specific stuff. And so in general, the more specific you get and the more restrictions you have on it working, the worse it is. In general. Not always, but switch hats, sure. I got a big hat over here. We'll go big. Anyway, what do we think about these artifacts and traits? So, damn, your traits and artifacts are actually good. What's happening here? And you might even have some choices to make. Very interesting. See, I knew they would get their shit together just in time for, like, the last book in the entire edition. And specifically Seraphon, because we knew Seraphon was going to be good. There was no way it wouldn't. Somebody plays that shit there. Option word plus only one option equals restriction. You feel like GW's rules takes this circuitous, or circuitous, I don't know how to pronounce that, but I've seen it before, route inconsistently, and sometimes it makes it harder to see implications when they switch back and forth. Yeah, that's why you need, like, systems, right? Which they've done a pretty good job of doing compared to how they used to do it. They're on the right path. The amount of good builds in this book is mind warping. They always are. First time, it's Seraphon. People complain about Lumineth Realm Lords. Lumineth Realm Lords are just Elven Seraphon with one good build instead of infinite. Always have been. Does Skinks not get anything? I don't know. Haven't read the rest. You have to go Starborn for the Skinks? Probably, historically, yeah. Damn, and you get your own spell lores, too. You get a lot of spell lores. Shit. The army has 4. Well, okay, the book has 4. Your army is only ever going to have 2. Because you're not mixing and matching them. Spells. Slann spells. Don't worry, Starborn is busted. I look forward to it. The Earthen Trembles. Casting value of 8. Pick one of the corners of the battlefield and draw a straight line between that corner and the closest part of the caster's base. That's annoying. Roll a die for each enemy unit passed across by that. Wait, is it the closest corner? No, okay. So it's any corner. On a 4-up, the unit suffers D3 more. Okay. Okay. Randomly, oh, okay. 4-up. I don't know. How many things are you going to hit with this? 3 if you're really lucky, we'll say. If you're really lucky, maybe 3. And then on a 4-up, so it does D3 to like one of them, and it's hard to cast. All right. I'll say maybe get 2d3. Annoying. Casting goes 7, range 18. Pick one friendly Saurus unit wholly within range. To the start of the next hero phase, improve the rend characteristic of that unit's Celestite weapons by 1. The Celestite weapon is any weapon that has the Celestite in the name. They're so afraid. They're terrified of their players asking them questions. Drain magic. Cast on a 6. Until the end of the phase, add 1 to dispelling rolls made by friendly units and subtract 1 from unbinding rolls made by enemy units. Okay, so the first spell that you cast is Drain Magic, and then you cast all your spells? Alright. Cast it first. If you teleport a bit, it's not bad, but it's okay because the rest of the spells are really good. Yeah, it's no problem. Usually people only have like 1 or 2 good spells. So it fills invigoration. Pick one friendly monster. Until the start of your next hero phase, use the top row. Alright. Dig deep your heels. Alright, UINHP, and this is why this spell is maybe sometimes worth casting, is because at least it lasts until your next hero phase, right? So it's perhaps it softens a double turn, or you get to use it twice instead of just once. You know, Beast Claw is something like that, but it's a trade, and it's once per game, and it's 1 turn, and it's only combat. But yeah, it feels like a sideboard spell, but the fact that they can switch stuff out if they want, it's okay that these are sideboard spells. Telepathic Summons. Cast on a 6, range of 9. Pick one friendly Saurus that is not a monster. Remove it and set it up again, wholly within range. Oh, okay. So you choose one that's visible and you teleport him to you like the old Night Haunt. It's an inside-out teleport. Can move after, because doesn't say can't. They were sure to say that you can't move after on the other thing in the same book. So until they FAQ it, which they probably will. Wait, it's not, sorry. Not a monster port. Pick a non-monster. Yeah, pick a not monster. But you can move afterwards, which is really good. Usually when they don't write you can't move after, they later FAQ it to be you can't move after it. Most likely FAQ'd thing I've seen so far is this spell. You can move after, you probably shouldn't be able to. You can be dropped directly into combat, you probably shouldn't be able to. Alright. Alright. And then skink wizards. Skink wizards in a coalesced army. Yeah, they were too busy superfluously saying you can't do stuff that no one would ever think that you can't, to do the real obvious stuff. Anyway, something of choke tech. Pick friendly Seraphon model wholly within range. Roll number of dice equal to the number of wounds allocated to it. 5 up heal. To heal a third of their wounds. Or a third of their missing life, I guess. This couldn't be simple. It couldn't just be a D3 or a D6. It's roll dice per missing. Well, it's not really missing health because there's no such thing. It's wounds allocated, but yeah. It's just a goofy way of writing kind of the same thing. Heavenly Frenzy. Pick one friendly Seraphon unit wholly within range and visible until the end of the turn. That unit can run and charge? Hell yeah, alright. That's good. Because you already have an alpha build, as we saw up here, with Turok Gaming or whatever it was. What was it? I think it was a trait. Yeah, Alpha Mover, the Saurus trait. So, Alpha spell. Run and charge. And it's any Seraphon unit. Okay. Cast 7, range 18. Can you have that for Mega Gargants, please? Well, you know, we'll see. No. Tide of Serpents. Range 15, that's a bizarre range. Pick one enemy unit within range visible, roll number of dice equal to the number of models in the unit for each. Oh, just so it's a true horde breaker. Well, it's 5 up, it's a horde tickler. But you get to roll for the, I mean, it's not holy, right? Yeah, one enemy unit within range. Yeah, these skink spells aren't very good. Like, maybe this one, Heavenly Frenzy is the good one, right? Slann spells are really pretty neat. You can hot swap them out. You like to think it's one really big snake? Yeah. Does Slann know both the Coalesced and Starlords, or do they only know the one in a given faction? Probably the one in a given faction, but I haven't seen their warscroll yet. Probably just the faction one. Because they're both Slann only, so I don't know why they would even put them in the different places, right? You can't swap spells in Coatlas. Oh, it's only in the Starborn that you can do that. Nezermore, true, yeah. True, okay. Jason Starborn Supremacy. Traits. Slann. Can control up to 3 predatory endless spells per hero phase. In addition, when this general casts a spell that summons on the spell, the range of the spell is doubled. Alright. Okay. Just double the range? Okay. Just double the range. You know, there's a long history in this game of using the words just double the range and nothing was problematic and everything was balanced. I'm glad we're continuing that. It's free real estate. That's a hell of a trait, but are endless spells worth it? In this army, probably. I guess we'll have to see, but they didn't so far. I haven't seen them keep their cool special thing. They used to have a thing where just in general endless spells couldn't be taken from them, and so they would play with Purple Sun a little bit. They would play way back in the day, they would play with like the Comet, even though it wasn't any good. I don't know, they have a history of using endless spells. Maybe they still do. You think double the range is the strong part of that command trait? It is. That is the strong part. Higher state of consciousness. This is how big brain you are. Yeah, you're just ethereal. Sure. Why not? I'm assuming Slann have like a 4-up probably, right? Because they're just a frog. I need to figure out how good this is. If somehow they have a 3-up save, which I doubt, then this shit's amazing. If they only have a 4-up, I don't know. Just keep it out of harm's way. Combo danger. There, I'll put it there for you. Each time the general successfully casts a spell is not unbound. Unbinds it. Oh, it's double the... Okay, so... Is it all of the generation? Yeah, it's all 3. Okay. Double cheeked up. Vast intellect. Knows 2 extra spells from the lore. I mean, I would... unless your spell lore is so insane. I don't know. Plus you're in Starmaster, which is the one where you can switch stuff out. I don't think you're ever vast intellecting. Maybe you are, but I doubt it. Celestial Attendants. So which one do you use? Doubling your generation sounds really strong. If you're trying to combo, this could be good. If your save is natively a 3-up and you're really afraid of your Slann getting targeted, maybe you make him ethereal. If you make a skink your general for some reason. Hey, he knows all the spells. Cool. Roll 2d6 instead of d6 when making run rolls for friendly skink units while they're wholly within 18 of this general. Alright. Fast chaff. If you have some, like, castle moving strat plan, maybe. I don't see. Probably don't see you doing that. Start of your opponent's combat phase. You can pick one friendly Seraphon unit within 18. If that unit is within 12 inch of any enemy units, but more than 3 from all enemy units, you can immediately attempt to... What, fight, do you think? It's the opponent's combat phase. Well, no, it's more than 3, so probably charge. This is an anti-charge, I guess. It's weird that it's the combat phase, but, you know. You know, once per game opponent's combat phase, you can charge with 1 unit, maybe, words cut off. Artifacts. Once per battle at the end of a phase. If the bear has had any wounds allocated to them in that phase, you can remove the bear from the battlefield, set them up anywhere. Only 12. Of a friendly node. Oh, this is Protection of Nagash. Only better, but once a game, so not better. This is good. I mean, I don't think anyone would take this. But if someone took this thing that's not very good, it'd sure get me. Because if I charged them and do like 2 impact hits, now he's just fucking gone. So that's a concern. But luckily, no one will take this. If you have to use relocation orb, there's bigger problems like, yeah, like someone ever hitting your Slann. It can really screw with some battle tactics for your opponent, but only if they don't remember it exists, right? It's like it only works if it's a gotcha, and it just doesn't work if it's not a gotcha, I think, because they just wouldn't choose that. Because it automatically works, there's no rolling, right? It's just like your opponent forgot about this ability and now you win. So yeah, I don't think you take it. Prison of Anti-Woke. That's where they put Kragnos. Once per battle at the start of a phase. What's with this once per battle stuff? You were doing so well with your artifacts, and now you're back to this. Pick one enemy within 12. On a 1, nothing happens. Fun. On a 2, the enemy unit suffers a number of mortal wounds equal to the roll. I'm not even going to write that. Z-Dial. After deployment, but before the first battle round begins, secretly record the number of a battle round on a piece of paper. At the start of that battle round, reveal the information and then heal all wounds allocated to the bear. In addition, during that battle round, add 1 to save rolls for attacks target that bear. Okay. Space folders, Dave. Once per turn. Oh, okay. At the end of your movement phase, if the bear is on the battlefield, you can say that they will guide the arrival of their celestial reinforcements. If you do so. Don't you mean if they do so? Because the previous sentence was talking about what they did, but fine. The next friendly Starborn unit to be set up on the battlefield can be set more than 7 instead of 9. This is the one that should be once a game, and not this other crap. Alright, the next, alright. It's heating up. We're heating up. That teleport's getting better. Yeah, this is the one that should be once a game. Not this crap. Or this crap. We put the star next to that. Okay. Any other stars that I forgot about? Hold up. Double the range on stuff is a star because it's like a combo danger. Double all the stuff is maybe a combo. I don't know. Maybe I'll give it I'll give it that. It's like half of a star. Up here we had. Yeah, this thing has the double. Alright. Now we're all caught up. Can you teleport anything? Let's check the tapes. Yep. Starborn unit. No bingo here. Can teleport anything. I guess the only thing is you can't teleport the Slann himself. You must pick one other friendly Starborn unit. So it's anything but that Slann. So the Slann himself cannot teleport. I should write that. I should note that here. Teleport for not the Slann. Isn't the sequencing wrong? Let's check. So this is a hero phase teleport. At the end of your movement phase, if the bear is on the battlefield, you can say that they will guide the next friendly Starborn to be set up. The order of operations is wrong. So this doesn't help the teleport. There's just... What else? What teleports at the end of the movement phase? There's only the summoning, right? Could this be only for the summoning? It makes it far, far less good. It makes the summoning better because, like, now you can... let's type it right. The next setup can land outside 7 instead of 9. Won't work with the heroic action teleport. But makes summons for damage possible. Make summons for damage possible. You think it would be ridiculous otherwise? Yeah. It makes it balanced. And then the skink stuff. At the start of your hero phase. At the start of each of your hero phases. Isn't that what at the start of your hero phase means? Surely there's like a skink on a monster, maybe, but no. Sacred Stegadon Helm. Another +1 to saves. And +1 damage used by the bearer if they made a charge move. Damn. What a nice Beast Claw artifact this is. Oh, Cloak of Feathers. Does this mean that little tiny man is gone? That little tiny fine cast skink with feathers, does that mean he has laid the rest? Rest in peace, sweet prince that cost like 10 points or some shit and had like an amazing ability. Anyway, unit that does not have the monster keyword only. Yeah, okay. This is where he's gone to rest. Subtract 1 from hit rolls for attacks that target the bearer. In addition, add 4 to the bearer's move characteristic and you can fly. So like a non-monster skink. Yeah, he's dead. Okay. He is dead. That's not worth it on a skink. They're dead even with that. Nope. Spells. Slann. Common Skull spell, the casting value 7. Pick D3 different enemy units on the battlefield, no range. Okay. Cast on a 7. D3 units. Infinite range. Any visibility here? Infinite range, no LOS needed. I mean, why bother? Why bother drawing line of sight, right? It just wastes time, doesn't it? If the casting roll was 10 up, pick D6 enemy units instead of D3. Okay. Not natural, by the way. Get owned vampires. Each of those units suffers D3 mortal wounds. Yep. The plan knows where the enemies are, so it just knows where to target for you. Yeah, true. They're smart bullets. I mean, they had to keep the Kroak Nate alive somehow, right? Teapot's Beneficence. Go 5, range 18. Pick 1 skink. Until the starting next hero phase, subtract 1 from wound rolls for attacks target that unit. Alright. All right, our chaff's getting durable. Chaff's getting a little durable. Tupac's Benny. Of course, it would cast on a 5. That's really good. Cast on 5, range 18, skink unit, -1 to be wounded. That's good. Oh, and then you just also get drain magic as well. Everybody gets drain magic. Mystical Unforging. Pick one enemy within range invisible until the start of your next hero phase. The rend characteristic of that unit's weapons is treated as dash. Alright, fuck your rend. Till the start of your next hero phase. Sorry. Range 12. Range 18 would probably be. Why is it so hard to cast? Because this ability is amazing. Is it that good? Yeah. Poor range and high cast value. Yep, it's got sort of bad grades on both of those, right? Hard to cast, bad range, but I don't know. You cast it on a lot of units, and then suddenly your Mystic Shielded all-out defense dude takes 2 damage instead of like 16 or something. It's big. Astrolith gives plus. Oh, of course it does. Never mind. Yeah. So its range really is 18. They just want you to pay for something first. Got it. Yeah. Stellar Tempest. Are you stellar? Let's read on. Casting value of 8, range of 24. Pick one enemy unit within range invisible. Roll number of dice equal to the number of models in the unit. Oh, it's just like. I see. It's just like the Coalesced one. Wherever that thing was. The Tickler. Except with a giga range instead. Okay. Hard to cast in Seraphon. Omega Lull. Yeah, probably not. Normally hard to cast. A number that is normally hard to cast. You think the new book seemed to really punish big hammer units? Yeah, and in a sense that makes sense, because big hammer units are what a lot of people use. The Cosmic Crusher. Cast on a 7. Range 12. Pick one enemy unit within range invisible. Roll number of dice equal to the number of models in the unit for each roll that equals or exceeds the unit's save characteristic. It suffers 1 mortal wound. Okay, so the better armor it has, the more mortal wounds it takes. So it's like a can opener. It sucks against big units, but it's good against specifically like elite guys. But then elite guys are only ever in squads of like 3, as many as 6, just about. So this is good against like reinforced elite big hammers or something, where you're rolling 6 dice and they have like a 3-up save or something like that, and so you're doing like 3 mortal wounds to them and killing a model, I guess. Yeah, this is like kind of good against specifically reinforced elite pounder dudes like Kurnoth Hunters or Annihilators or Chosen or something. Wouldn't you kill like half of a... Oh yeah, Mortec Guard BTFO. Mortec Guard, back the fuck off. This is essentially, it divides the unit in half and just pushes half of them off the table. Celestial Harmony. Pick a friendly Seraphon unit, and if the casting roll was 10 up, pick all friendly Seraphon, wholly within range invisible instead of 1. Okay, and that's 18. Until your next hero phase, the units have a bravery characteristic of 10. Okay. Nighthaunt will hate that spell. Oh yeah, Nighthaunt has a 4-up as well. Nighthaunt, BTFO. Yeah, also traditional chaff anvils that where it's like 10 or 20 guys and they all have a 4-up save, like Mortec Guard, Nighthaunt. If anybody still played Cities of Sigmar, it would be like, you know, Free Guild Guard and stuff like that. It just divides the unit in half. We'll say it bisects them, right? Because that's what it does. Some bravery shit, and then speed of Hanushi. One friendly Kroxigor or Skink that is not a monster. Just hero phase move. All right. That's good. That's good if you're doing that. I haven't seen the Kroxigor warscroll, but I'm pretending they're good, but not like fast. So anything to push them towards where they need to go, also known as a delivery method, that's what you were looking for. I suppose besides the teleport or the summon. But you got this one too. Candy Crusher, this spell here, Candy Crush, it's like, I don't know, you're gonna play it against some shit save, you know, giant chaff units and feel bad, and then you're gonna play against Mortec Guard or something and just bisect everybody. As soon as Cities of Sigmar comes out, this spell is gonna get like 40% better, I think. Looking, just predicting what Cities of Sigmar is going to be like, I see a lot of 4-up saves on clouds of 20 or 30 guys as far as the eye can see. It'll be like Cities of Sigmar Crusher. I don't know, we'll see. Do the Dracodian Tail airdrop with Kroxigor within 7 with the staff, or do the hero action into spell move? You can... The staff is a movement phase thing. So that's basically only for summoning. But you can teleport them with the heroic action. And then speed of Bubba Hanoush, right? And then hero phase move them. Because it says, I believe... Man, more tape checking. There's going to be a bunch of tape checking here to see if all the combos work. That unit cannot move in the following movement phase, but it sure can move in the hero phase if you say you have an ability that lets it. So, teleport plus this move combo. Combo detected. And we have our Alpha Strike Kroxigors. Now it still has to be, what's the range on this? Range of 18. I should say the cast on. Is this easy to cast? 6. It's very easy to cast. Range 18. So what you do is you teleport them out to 18 and then they move. Seems good. +6 for Master. I keep forgetting. +6 for Masterlith. Every time. Yep. Each time, every time. Okay. Starborn Draktail. During deployment, instead of setting up, you can set up 1 unit on the temple ship. Nice. Good LARPing. You can set up 1 unit on the temple ship for each on the battlefield. Okay, so it's Stormcast ability. At the end of your movement phase, you can set up 1 or more of the reserve units within 12 of a node and more than 9 from enemies. I like how we've gotten to the point. I like how we've gotten to the point in 3rd edition where 1 sub-faction's 1 random ability out of 15 abilities they get in battle traits is like the entirety of what Stormcast gets besides exploding. We've gotten to that. It's like you just do what Stormcast does. It's worse because you have to be around a node. Alright, yep, that's the Deep Strike faction. Where's the pimp cane so I can write that? Nice. I think it's cool that you don't have to buy a 170 point model to just do that. That's cool. Commanding player of a Fangs of Sotek army can use the redeploy command ability up to 3 times in each of the opponent's movement phases. Multi-ball redeploy, huh? In addition, the first 2. No command points are spent. Nice. That's really annoying. That's annoying. Gotta be skink. But it could be monster skinks. Doesn't have to be non-monsters. Oh wait, I have it exactly backwards. It's not the first one and it splits into multi-ball. Actually, the first 2 redeploys are free. The third one costs 1. So really, you have 2 free redeploys. You don't even do the third, right? Ever. It's essentially 2 redeploys every turn forever. That's annoying. It's good. Yeah, it's good. Now Coattl's Claw. I mean Coalesced. Sorry, that should read coal. Pardon me. You hope your extra bites are still there? Well, they do have +1 to bite rolls. I don't know what those are, but... You have Savagery Incarnate. Add 1 to wound rolls for attacks made with melee weapons by friendly Coattl's Claw Saurus and Kroak. That made a charge move. Okay. +1 to wound if you charged for Kroak or Saurus. I mean, free. Free buff, right? Wound rolls are not normally really common. You can be on +1/+1. All he has to do is a charge. It doesn't cost any resources. Clears the way for any command points. It's good. Lizards is the Beast Claw Dream. Yeah, the entirety of the Lizard, all the Lizard subfaction bonuses, each one I'm jealous of as a Beast Claw player. Thunder Lizard, Mighty Beasts of War. At the end of the... Oh, wait. Yeah. Thunder Lizard. At the end of the charge phase, you can carry out 2 monster rampages of each friendly monster instead of 1. What? That's a once per game fucking artifact for a general. God damn it. Everybody? Alright. Alright, so you roar plus stomp, or roar plus whatever. Remember up here when I was talking about, when I was comparing them to roar? You don't compare them. You don't have to compare them to roar. You get that shit. And then you get whatever. So... yeah, these monsters rampages, you no longer have to compare them to roar, right? Because you just get that. Don't worry about it. You just get it. You get these on top. This is icing on the cake. The cherry on top. The sprinkles on a donut. Can you do the same rampage twice? No. It's a core rule that you can't. And this doesn't tell you that you can. So with exception-based design, if they don't tell you the exception, you follow the normal rule. Alright, that's fun. Subfaction's pretty good. I assume they have a bunch of battle line stuff in them as well. And damn, we're already to warscrolls. And it's only been 2 hours. Okay, we play the game. Are you ready for the game? There's a game to make these more interesting, because really it's just me taking notes and reacting to stuff, right? So, warscrolls. In my Discord, in Giga GW News and Leaks, you will find this whole book, right? So, I don't want to spoil myself, so I'm not looking at it, but you will find it there. And it has the points. Rob74 posted the points. I'm going to try to guess the points after we've read the War Scroll, and we'll see what Games Workshop has come up with it for. All right, Lord Kroak, K-Dog, Special K. Larad Kroak. And we'll see what I guess. You got apparently an attack of some sort. 18 wounds, 4 up save. This unit can attempt to cast 4 spells in your hero phase and unbind 4 spells in the... Alright. Quad caster. Ahem. And he knows all the spells in whatever lore he has access to. Because that's what I was kind of waiting. Because I figured they'd say that here. He is a double Jenny. And he can fly. Alright. Double Jenny. What is this? Our Azerite Force Barrier. The attack characteristic of this cannot be modified. Each time it attacks, roll 1 die for each enemy model within range. Roll 5 instead of 1 for each monster within range. On a 5-up, the model's unit suffers 1 mortal wound. Okay. He does D3 mortal wounds or something in combat. That's what I read. That was what I got from that paragraph. Arcane Vassal. When this unit attempts to cast a spell before making the casting roll, you can either pick 1 friendly skink wizard within 12, or 1 friendly oracle anywhere on the battlefield. If you do and the spell is cast and unbound, you must measure the range and visibility from them. Okay. He had this before. I think it's cool. He's got frog casting. Dead for innumerable ages. At the end of each phase, if any wounds are allocated to this model, roll 36 and add the number of wounds allocated to this model to the roll. So if I do 10 damage to him, 3d6 plus 10. On a 20 up, which that's going to be on average, it's dead. On any other roll, heal all wounds allocated to this model. Designer's note: if Lord Kroak suffers 18 or more wounds before the end of a phase, he is immediately slain and no dice roll is made at the end of that phase. Yeah, I would assume that, because that's how it works, right? If he takes 18, he's just dead. Which prime? Right away. That's what I read. Just deal 18 and he's dead right away. You don't have to worry about it, right? But if he takes less, then add 3d6 to that. And but if he takes less, at the end of that phase, add 3d6 to that, and he dies if it's 20 plus. Or heal to full. Sorry. Else heal to full. So you have to like do all 18 to him or something. You have to do considerably less and he'll probably die. Like even doing 10, he's probably dead. Lord Vladik, thanks for the big primer. Appreciate it. For 22 months. Big toad. He is a big toad. All right, new player tip. If you're playing Kroak, don't enter combat. That's what I got out of this one. You basically need guard if you want him to survive. Yeah, for sure. Wouldn't it be more fitting that he rolls 2d6? Yeah, I mean, then it'd be a lot harder to kill him, I guess, right? Wouldn't he be dead with 17 wounds? A 20 plus is 20 and more. 3 is 17. Look, their designer note was not to save you time. It was just to allow him to die immediately instead of end of phase. So if you deal 17, he dies at end of phase, but not like right then, I guess. Maybe that matters. Does that matter to you? Yeah, you need to roll 18 plus, or you need to roll 20 plus, not 18 plus. But the minimum you can roll on 36 is 3, so. I feel like Azurite Barrier, the wording should be for each 5-up instead of on a 5-up. Some people could mistake it. Well, the reason is the damage here could be multiple different units. So that's why it has to be on a 5-up instead of for each 5-up. For each 5-up is a big bundle, maybe. And this is like, maybe there's 3 different units really close to him and he's technically attacking all of them. It's weird that 18 is the cutoff point and not 17. I think 18 is the cutoff because that's his wound number. And they just wanted the number. They wanted the number again on the page. I don't know. Impeccable foresight. At the start of your hero phase, roll 3 dice on for a... Oh, sweet. Okay. Just... That's nice. You almost feel like the rule is a downgrade. It is a downside, yeah. He's immune to chip damage, essentially. But you have the positive of being immune to chip damage, essentially. But the negative is you don't really have 18 wounds. You have like 10. Because it's real easy to kill you. It just takes until end of turn. So yeah, I don't know if this is even a good thing. Supreme Master of Order. +2 caster. Alright. Also Dispel. There's no escape. Did you assume the gender of this frog? I did not assume. I know. I know for certain. There's no assumptions here. This shit's great. Supreme Master of Order is so good. Alright. Golden Death Mask. At the start of the combat phase, you can pick one enemy within 12. If the roll is equal to or greater than the unit's bravery, the strike last effect applies to it. Okay, so you can put him behind stuff and he can force people to fight last. That's cool. Is it beat? Equal to or greater. I don't care about this ability. Celestial Deliverance. Oh, and you got a spell. Casting value 7, range of 12. Unit can attempt to cast this spell multiple times in your hero phase. Okay. Cast as many times as you want. He used to have this as well. Range of 12. 18, right? Each time it's successfully cast, pick up to 3 different enemy units within range invisible. Each of those units suffers D3. Once again, not rolling the 4 up or the 3 up that normal people have to do. When you consider Arcane Vassal, 18, or any skink, yeah, or any Oracle on the whole table within 18 or something like that, we'll see. Pick up to 3 different units within range. Okay. Okay, so we blasting. We are blasting. He is Starmaster. Okay, time to play the game. What does he cost? He is a quad caster at +2 with unlimited range on Bind Dispel. That's really good. He gives you command points. That's really good. He honestly is pretty weak. Like, he dies. So don't get him in the combat. He's immune to chip damage, but he dies to like 10. So he has like frog casting on stuff. His range is crazy. Deliverance, pulses, AoE mortal wounds and stuff. That's pretty good. Let's see. What does this guy cost? I don't know. It's hard to cost oppressively powerful wizards that die when you fight them. Right? It's tricky to price. Let's compare him to some other stuff. Is he better than Teclis? No. So he should cost fewer than 700 points. But costing him, like, damn, he dies so easily, though. That's the problem. This guy is either going to feel oppressive or he's just going to fucking die, right? I don't know. What do you do with somebody like this? No way he costs less than a Lord of Change? Yeah, I mean, he's way better than Lord of Change. Lord of Change is crap compared to this guy. So whatever a Lord of Change costs, he's more expensive than that. Let me check. I can cheat by looking at the points costs of other stuff. I just can't cheat in other ways. All right, let's see. Chaos, Zinch. Maybe looking at Lords of Change is bad because they're overcosted by a lot. Because they're free and people are concerned about it. Yeah, Lord of Change is 400, but I have to keep in mind Lord of Change is overpriced. Is 460 too cheap for a guy who dominates the entire hero phase, but dies if you ever fight him? And if anybody's playing him, they're putting him in an army where he can't die. Like, you're protecting him very well. You have bodyguards, you have a million skinks or whatever than that. He might not be better than... Yeah, he might not be better than Kairos, but he's better than Lords of Change. 460 feels high for a guy that can just get shot for, like, just deal 10 damage to him in the shooting phase and he's gone. Like, okay. Then again, he can cast through people. I don't know. I don't feel very confident about this, but I'll say 460. He's so weird, it's hard to guess. My guess is 460. Okay. What does he cost? His Instagib passive seems too risky. I know. I'm not very confident about this one. 395, the perfect ally. 395, huh? Okay. He's the perfect ally. Oh, 390. Yeah, for an ally. Okay. Reaction to cost. He should cost 401. My new opinion is he should cost 401 points. That's my official answer. Bump him exactly 6 points. $405 from handshake. Yeah, 405. Like, the problem with this guy is, if you're playing against a ranged arm, like you're playing, let's say you're playing against the list that nobody plays anymore because the points went up too high and then the season ruined it, but like Iron Guts or Underguts. Like, you play against Underguts, they just fucking shoot him, right? And he's dead. And so he's just gone. You play against Lumineth, he's just dead, right? People with long range just deal 10 damage to him and he rolls 11 and then he's dead. But against like a pure melee army or an army that relies on a bunch of chip damage, he's simply immune to all the chip and you can never physically reach him. So he's an immortal god. And got a 3-up body. Oh yeah, that's right. I don't know exactly how good his bodyguard is. If he's got a 3-up bodyguard, then that changes things. Because then you can't just shoot him, right? Yeah, I'm gonna give it a Also, I'm memeing about the ally thing. I don't think this guy's a good ally at all. Without his bodyguards, I think you just kill him, right? I don't know. He can't cast your special on the spells. What does he do? He doesn't know all of the lores anymore. He's an ally, so you can... What? You can't even give him flaming weapon? Like, what does he do? Yeah, he's a water balloon ally. I suppose he casts his warscroll spell over and over, I suppose. He does that. Well, actually, what he does do is give you command points. And he probably shuts down the opponent's spells. I wouldn't pay close to 400 for that for an ally. So my soup stuff is mostly memeing. Did OBR get any leaks? Yes, they did, Kroak. They got the full book, and let me spoil a bit of it for you. The shit's good. That's all I'm saying. Congratulations. You got one of the good ones. Slann Starmaster. The rest you can look up on your own, but book's good. You know that problem where your rules were just 3rd edition's rules and they stole them from you and they didn't really work and everybody had them? They fixed that problem. Alright, this dude. 9 wounds, 4 up. Triple casty. Same vessel. Master of Order. Okay, so +1. But it has that stuff. And you can give it stuff. And it doesn't... Does it not have that stupid thing? 2 dice. Oh, this is just like a powered down version of Kroak. Oh, gift from the heavens. Why would I ever play Kroak? Yeah, normal Slann better. Hold up. For whatever it probably costs. Okay. Stonks. Alright, this is the Slann Starmaster. Still has the vassal. Two dice for CP like Kroak. Gift from the GWs. Command ability during the hero phase. Target Seraphon unit can fly and has +1 save rolls for attacks made with missile weapons. Okay. And it works until your next hero phase. That shit's hot. Damn, CA to just give flying. That's very good. The alpha build is getting better. Remember that alpha strike build I was talking about? Jumping chaff lines is something you really do want to do with that alpha stuff. Only 9 wounds. I guess I should put that up here, right? The wheel. 9 wounds. 5 inch. 4 up. Doesn't have Kroak's thing, which I think is probably better than if it did. 2 spells on the... Alright. Equilibrium starring Batman. Cast on a 6. Add 1 to casting rolls for friendly wizards other than the caster. Okay. Till your next hero phase. Okay. You don't know all the stuff, though. You only know the spells that you know, right? So there is that. Only against mortal wounds? Oh, it's only against... Okay. Not ward. What did I call it? A rune ward? Mystic Castle. How's the Seraphon book looking? Just as great as everyone thought it was going to be. Kroak? I don't know. I don't know about Kroak. I don't know. I don't know about Kroak. He does a lot of mortal wounds. If you manage to hurt him, he dies instantly. But I'm assuming he's going to have bodyguards and it's going to be hard to reach him. I don't know. I feel like you probably want to be more proactive than that. I guess he can be oracle casting. So like a Kroak build is you have some invulnerable Death Star castle, or not Death Star. You have an invulnerable castle, which is protecting Kroak, and then a bunch of skinks and bodyguards or whatever. And then you play with a bunch of oracles that just go wherever, and they're the things that are pulsing mortal wounds everywhere, perhaps. But it'd be like a meme. It'd be like a meme build, I suppose. While he lives, he dominates your magic. Like, you can't do anything. But all of the Giga casters do that. So, like Nagash does that. Teclis does that. What's his name does that. The Archon the Black does that. You know, the big named Giga spellcasters just kind of like shut you down. So that's like normal. Against other spell doms, his only power to me against other spell doms is being out of range. Because he can be out of their unbind range, but still be unbinding them. And that's like his power against other spell doms. If he was in unbind range, they would probably stop him, you know. But his power is running and hiding like a huge coward. And also he costs half as much as the other spell doms, so it's like, okay. Besides like some of the death ones. Kroak being able to take the new Starborn heroic action and dump an oracle somewhere seems kind of silly. Yes, it does. Seems kind of good. Seems kind of what you would build around if you had it in you to play a Kroak meme list. Just Kroaks and oracles, teleporting them, measuring 18. He's like in the corner of the entire table, just chilling, you know? I think that's like how you would play him if you wanted to play him. You can't remember what was the final verdict on Soulblight, says Devin Ryazan. As a non-Soulblight player, I thought, let's see. 40% of it was really exciting, and 60% of it, damn, I wish they did something, but they didn't. It's one of those books. It's one of those books that if you were like looking at your old book and you wanted them to expand upon a bunch of stuff that wasn't quite all there, you were super disappointed because they did fuck all with it. But the things they did touch were pretty cool. And they made zombies really good in an entirely different way than they used to. It used to be that zombies were cool because they could like fight. They cannot fight. They die and explode, which is possibly better, depending. It's a mixed bag, in other words, but with some upsides. Kind of like the Ogre book. Anyway, Slann Starmaster, what do you cost? You are a triple caster who's pretty fragile, which you can fix by spending hundreds of extra points on bodyguards and stuff, I guess. Triple caster +1, infinite range, good ability, another good ability, another good ability. A decent spell. Well, highly decent, I suppose. No, it's just a decent spell. And then like an okay spell. Yeah, he's under 300 for sure. Just because his stats are just nothing, right? He doesn't fight, he explodes. It's kind of slow. You can give him stuff though. I don't know what you'd price him at. This is a hard one because all their abilities are so weird, right? And they super die. So you're going to be playing around them not doing that. He doesn't know all the spells. I actually don't know. If Kroak is 395, then Slann Starmaster, geez, I don't know. You never would take more than one. Yeah, 3 something. He's like arguably maybe better than Lord Kroak in some ways. Like, I'm comparing this guy to Archon the Black, right? And Archon the Black, I think, is maybe just better. But I'm concerned about giving this army a really undercosted Slann. Maybe 300, you just have to really protect him. Is this too high? This is maybe too high, I don't know. Again, hard for me to cost without thinking about anything or knowing anything else. He's 275? Okay. That's really good. Shoggoth is crying in his bed. Dude, Shoggoth costs... Like, Dragon Ogre Shoggoth, they know what spell you want to take, right? It's the spell that's actually worth 100 points because it's so good. And they costed him... They costed the rest of his body at more than, like, 0, and they shouldn't have. Yeah, he is, that's really cheap, man. He's good. He's good. Okay. 5 more than Sinessa. Mm-hmm. Seraphon eating good this edition? Yeah, that's true. But, you know, last edition, they were amazing. But, you know, I mean, first edition, they were very good. So never mind. All right, there's no... Hey, for a period of, like, a total of 6 months over the course of the entirety of Age of Sigmar, they were not amazing. So that'll show them. Massive jaws. 5 damage jaws? Jesus Christ. 5 damage jaws? Oh, but their wound chart sucks, though. That's too bad. Well, it doesn't suck that bad. It's about as bad as a Frostlord's, which is bad. Alright, we're getting pulled back down to Earth with the Saurus Old Blood. This is looking like a Beastclaw unit. You know, 2 attacks here, hitting on 4s. A wound chart that scales pretty poorly and has double weaker. Not fast. I know there's a bunch of ways to make them fast, but still. Enemy models are slain by wounds caused by this unit's attacks for the rest of the battle. Add 1 to wound rolls for it. Okay. So once you fight your first chaff screen or something, you get a wound bonus, I guess. Isn't this a non-bow with that one thing that gives you wounds on the charge? I suppose it lets you do that the first time, I suppose. Enemy units cannot receive Inspiring Presence while they're within 3 of any friendly units of this ability. They probably won't be. Ancient Warlord. Terror is good. Ancient Warlord, it's good, but you can play around it sometimes. The unit can issue the same command up to 2 times in the same phase. Oh, okay. Each command must be received by a Seraphon. No command point is spent the second time. But you can't receive 2, you can only send 2. So there is that. And this one works the opposite of the other one. It's the first one that costs, not the second one. Whereas the other thing, the first one, or the first 2 are free, but the last one isn't. So this one is flipped. Which, I mean, that's going to come up, but... Sure, you'll kill some piddly screen model with that shooting attack. Probably not. On average, no. I don't think you kill a single model. I don't think you kill one Liberator with this shooting attack on average. On average, you just don't. On average, you're asking them to make one save and they pass it, right? And they have 2 wounds. I think it's kind of up in the air. You need to get a little lucky to kill one model. Maybe a clan rat or something. Yeah, I'm thinking about it proccing Blood Frenzy, yeah. You think the charge buff only affects the rider while the Blood Frenzy only affects the mount? Oh, okay, okay. You know, the rider's okay. That's okay. This dude has 15 wounds 4 up. Slow as fuck. 10-inch no fly, but lots of move bonuses to get. It's got a lot of move bonuses that it could get. It appears to be a Saurus monster. Why is T-Rex slow? I don't know. They're planning on you using your abilities to make him faster. Or like teleport him or something. Or give him fly with a Slann. Or deep strike him. Or whatever, right? Yeah, it's a balance thing. They want you to use your abilities. No inspire within 3, that's pretty good. I don't know if I like this guy. I understand you're going to give him a bunch of bonuses, so I'm trying to like pretend that that's happening, right? 4-up save is not good. 10-inch move no fly is very not good. The attacks are only just okay. 3 of them are hitting on 4s. The chart is kind of brutal. You know, wound table kind of hurts. You know, but you have so many buffs to absorb. I don't know. I feel like all the various Anacarnosaur guys, surely there's one of them that's going to be really good. I don't think it's this guy. Ancient Warlord's pretty strong, but he's alright. What do you cost him at? What does Games Workshop cost a unit like this at? I know what I would pay for one of these guys, and it's like 300 at the very most, and I probably wouldn't. I probably just wouldn't pay for that, but that's probably what it's worth. What would Games Workshop cost it at? I'm just going to say 300. This is a 300 point kind of dumpy ass beast claw sort of thing. So my guess is 300, but I still wouldn't. 285. Okay. That's correct. Like, that's right. 285 is closer to correct than I thought they would be. I'm probably not playing one. Like, if he's 285, that means the really good ones are going to be 300. And then I'm going to play those, right? Because his war scroll isn't all there. Saurus Scar Veteran. Scar Veteran? You have Maim and Tear. Damn. Not even a Rip and Tear? Okay. At the end of the combat phase, you can pick one enemy unit within one of this unit and roll a number of dice equal to the number of wounds allocated to that enemy unit. For each 5 up, it suffers a mortal wound. For each equal to the number of wounds allocated to that enemy unit. Which, against anything but a monster, is going to be like one dice. So yeah, this thing is like only against monsters, right? Exactly the same exact scroll except for the last bit. No, it doesn't say not negated. No, this is at the end of the combat phase. It's not telling you to remember how much damage you did. It's telling you to look right now at the end of the combat phase at how many wounds are allocated right now to the enemy unit. Which, if it's a unit of dudes, is going to be like 0 if it's 1 wound. If they're 2 wound guys, maybe one of them has 1 damage on them or something. If it's 3 wound guys, maybe 2. So this does actual nothing. Unless you're fighting some monster that has 10 damage on it or something like that. Then you roll some dice and you chomp down. Yeah, this isn't asking you like how much damage you do. You're looking at it at this point in time and looking for the damage numbers on it. It's like an anti-Gargant Carnosaur, yeah. What is this thing called? Saurus Scar Veteran? So this ability does nothing but maybe a big wounded monster, it could finish it off. So it's like an anti-monster hero thing. If Saurus Whole Blood is 285, then for this guy, am I more likely to play this guy as like a silver bullet against Mega Gargants, or no. He's just worse than Old Blood. And not even by a little bit. If Old Blood is 85, then this guy... I don't even know. Yeah, these monster scrolls are not good enough to warrant what I think it should really cost in real life. I'm going to say 260. You would probably not take him at that, but... You have to kill Chaff to get the Blood Frenzy, then go fight a monster. Seems whack, yeah. I'm guessing 260, but I would never. Oh, it's 255. Hey, I was close. I was close, but race to the bottom. He's a race to the bottom. Saurus Scar Veteran on Agradon. Okay. Eight wounds, 8 move, 4 up save. He's got 2-2. All right, 4 attacks. Oh wait, he can either have the club or the spear. Okay. I mean, you take the spear, right? Because it's just better. Yeah. Primal Rage, yo. Any fighters on the Atari Jaguar in the chat? Primal Rage. All right. 8 wounds. 8-inch move. 4 up. CG Busta, thanks for the tier 1 gifter. To It's Me Jupes. Yo, you got sniped. Imagine. Getting sniped in current year. Anyway, thanks for the sub. He kind of fights. Seven attacks, a rend 2 damage 2. That's all right. It's all right for a 180 point guy. This unit has a rage score at the start. Oh, okay. At the end of each combat phase, you have to keep track of some bullshit. Boo. If this unit is within 3 of any enemy units, increase its rage score by 1 to a maximum of 3. I ain't trying to read all that shit. Rage score. Keep track of shit. Something 200 word essay. I ain't trying to read that. It probably sucks. He's got to survive multiple combats for something to fuck off. Alpha Roar. Once per battle. All right. Alpha Roar. Once per game. At the start of your combat phase, you can pick one friendly unit with this ability on the battlefield to unleash a feral roar. So no, you can't use 2 of them. If you do increase the rage score of friendly Agradon units by 1 to a maximum of 3. Okay. '18's a big range. Okay, because he can once a game actually have this thing maybe do something, now I actually do have to read it. You forced me to read it. At the end of each combat phase, if this unit is not within 3, reset its rage score to 0. Okay, I already thought it was terrible. And now the one time if it's not within range, they all go away, so all of your work is for naught. Well, this unit has a rage score of 1 or more. Add its rage score to the attack's characteristic of rending bites and striking talons. Okay, okay. Okay. +1 attacks per rage score. No combos once only. If you have 2 of these guys, they cannot both use this. Only one can. Hold 1 and 3 and move joystick D, then hold all buttons. Yeah, that's what you have to do to get this, but on average you have +half of an attack. On average, you get into 1 combat and then he's dead to the counter charge. as part of some grand melee. I think on average you use Alpha Roar, and it's like he has 9 attacks, and then whatever happens to him happens, right? If Age of Sigmar were a different type of game, you could like keep winning fights and he levels up and you keep track of it and stuff, but in general, what does he do? Nothing. Because at the start of, yeah, the first time he gets into combat, you pop Alpha Roar. He has 9 attacks. You maybe kill something. If he's still alive at the end of combat, he has 1 stack of Primal Rage, right? You know, it sticks around. So he ends with 2 stacks, right? Yeah. I don't know who else has Agradon scores. It's kind of an annoying ability, but maybe that's fine. They're like mad or sad in a way. So what do we say? First combat, pop Roar, ends it with 2 stacks. Then whatever happens is in God's hands. Like that's really what happens, right? So it's like in this first combat ever, he pops Roar, and then he's at 2 stacks. All of his buddies are probably at some amount of stacks, and then whatever happens, happens. Agradon all probably have a rage score. That's so annoying. Oh, wait, it's... So at the end of combat, you killed the unit you fought, right? So they lose all their rage. It's only at the end of combat if they're still within 3 of any enemies. So if you win your fight, like you chose your fight correctly and you win it, nothing happens. This is bad. This is the worst rule in the book so far. Yeah, this rule is bad, and it's also not fun, and it's annoying, and it's a waste of time. This was a bad idea done poorly. Yeah, and even a max of 3, as if that would ever matter. Amazing. Well, I don't know. Oh, Saurus Shelf Veteran on Agradon? I don't know what you'd cost this guy at. He's got essentially 9 attacks, Ren 2, damage 2. That's pretty good for a mounted guy. He doesn't have any... I suppose the rage score thing is technically what they consider to be a buff, but... I don't know. Is this an army where your mounted guys are supposed to fuck? If it is, 160. If it's not, 200 or something. I think he's bad. In a real fighty army, I'd price him 160 or something. But I'm gonna say my guess is 180. My guess is 180. All right, what is it? What is this guy? 170, okay. $175. Pretty close, yeah. Would I pay for that? Probably not. Is there any like battle line Agradons or anything like that? Or are Agradons... No, yeah, here we go. This is like a troop or something. Please don't tell me Primal Rage is like a core mechanic of this. Oh no. It means I have to read it really closely. Do the stacks go away one at a time? No, it just resets to 0. Yeah, this rage score shit is terrible. If they leave combat, yeah, if they like win, if they win a fight, they're punished. You are punished for winning a fight. And you're also punished for playing them because it's so tedious. This is the worst rule in the book so far. Why couldn't they just get +1 attack on the charge, for fuck's sake? I know. It's like kind of the same thing, right? How come you gotta play a miniature corn army and balance all these, like... I don't know. That's weird. They tried to make them grindy. Alright. Hey, an attempt was made.